Hi. Today we are going to be reading a book. We are going to be going through a picture walk about the book. The picture walk is going to show you all the pictures that are in the book, and then I'm going to read the story. First, we're going to look at the cover, and I want you all to make some predictions about the cover. You can turn and talk to the person next to you about the book and what you think is going to happen. And then I'll call on a couple of you to share your predictions. Next, I'm going to open the book and show you each page. And that's the end. And this is the back. Now I want you to turn and talk to your partners again and talk about if your predictions have changed and what do you think the book is going to be about. And I'll call on a couple of you to share what you think you predict about the book. So next I'm going to start reading the book. So the title of the book is It's Picture Time by Zoe Hall. You notice the beginning pages have seeds. You might have noticed that the end pictures were different, if you remember. And we'll see when we get there. So It's Picture Time by Zoe Hall. Pumpkin Time. All summer long, my brother and I get ready for our favorite holiday. Can you guess what it is? Put your thumbs up if you can guess what that holiday is. Good. I think we all could guess that. It's Halloween. Can you guess what we do to get ready? We plant a jack-o'-lantern patch. You notice it's only all dirt. It's just like if you were starting a garden. First, I turn the soil with the shovel, and my brother uses the spade to dig narrow rows, just 1 inch deep. Then we drop in pumpkin seeds and cover them with soil. So why do you all think I chose this book? Right. I chose this book because it is October, so it's pumpkin picking season, and we have talked about plants and growing plants. And this is going to talk about pumpkins and how they grow. We water them and wait for the sun to warm them. Before long, the seeds grow tiny roots, and small green shoots poke up out of the ground. The shoots then grow into vines, and the vines grow longer. Every week we water them and pull up lots of weeds. Soon we see buds where flowers will bloom. The yellow flowers show us where our pumpkins will grow. Have you ever seen pumpkins growing before? Put your thumbs up if you have. I've never actually seen pumpkins growing, but I heard it's pretty cool. I knew that there was yellow flowers that grew in its place. At first, the pumpkins are green and tiny. You can tell where the pumpkins are going to come out because it's a little bit orange. But they grow bigger and bigger. Soon it is fall, and our great big pumpkins change color from green to yellow to orange. Now they are ready to be picked. We have never grown pumpkins, such big pumpkins. Mom and Dad will help us cut the pumpkins from the vines. We gather them in a wheelbarrow and take them home. It's Halloween at last. We draw faces on our pumpkins, and Mom and Dad help us cut them, hollow them out, and light candles inside. Now they are jack-o'-lanterns. This one is my favorite. Can you guess what we do next? We put on our costumes. It's time to trick or treat. Happy Halloween! And this page shows all the steps in growing pumpkins. It shows first with the seed, and then after several days a root grows, and then a stem starts to grow with root hairs. Then the stem grows upward, and the stem breaks through the soil, and then the first true pumpkin leaf grows. And then look at the end. The seeds all turned into pumpkins. In the back shows a pumpkin that says, "We're planting a jack-o'-lantern patch." So I'm gonna go through this with you again to show you so you all can look at the steps again. It's pumpkin time. So do you remember what season pumpkins start growing? Raise your hand if you know. Yep, they start growing all summer long. Do you remember what season you can pick pumpkins? Right, in the fall. Yeah, that's right, like Halloween time. When you get to carve them, they're all ready to be picked. So look on this page. So what is the first step to growing a pumpkin? You gotta plant the seeds. So first you have to dig a hole. And the word spade means to use like a shovel. It's this right here to help dig the hole. And then the seeds go into the hole, and then you cover the seeds back up with the soil that you dug out. Do you remember what the next step is? This picture shows. Yep, you have to water them, and the plants need plenty of sunlight. And so the seeds are growing into roots, and the small green shoots poke up out of the ground. What happens next? Yeah, that's right. The shoots grow into vines, They're long vines with big leaves. The vines grow longer and longer. Every week we water them and pull up lots of weeds. And then that's when the buds start growing after weeks. It says weeks here. Every week they water them. So it takes all summer. Like I said, they start growing in summer. And finally you start to see yellow buds. And where the yellow buds are, you'll know that there will be a pumpkin that will be right there. So do you remember what color the pumpkins start out as? Pumpkins start out green, that's right. What color do they turn next? Yellow. And then orange. Finally they turn orange. So it shows here they're green and tiny. And they grow even bigger. And bigger. And soon they turn from green to yellow. And then they turn to orange. And that's when you can pick the pumpkins. When they're nice and orange. Mom and Dad help us cut the pumpkins. The vines can be very thick, so you probably need Mom and Dad's help to cut the pumpkins. And like the children in the story, they said their pumpkins were very big, so they're probably really heavy. And it was Halloween time, so they could cut the faces right out of the pumpkins. And then they put their costumes on and they go trick-or-treating. And this page is really helpful. If you need help, we can go back to this page again. So that's the book that we talked about, Growing Pumpkins. Now we are going to use our knowledge about growing all the pumpkins and do a project. But the project is going to be cutting out all the steps of growing a pumpkin and gluing them on another piece of paper in the right order and labeling the steps, and you can color each of the pictures, and you're going to be in groups. And all of the words will be on the board, so they'll help you, because some of the words can be kind of hard. That's it. We learned about growing pumpkins because it was part of our process of growing plants. Have some of you noticed that pumpkins are kind of the same as other plants? Yeah, they are kind of the same. The process might be longer than some plants, and they don't always turn orange and big, and you don't always get to carve them. But they all need sunlight and water to grow, which we all know. So we're going to test your knowledge to do the activity. And then once you're done, you can hand it in the hand-in box and get ready for set.